Maybe I'll do a cooking video this evening. I know it's kind of cheating, but I'm totally going to use store-bought sausage. We got a couple of nice poblanos. You see a red onion. I'm a little particular when it comes to onions. I've had the song Thriller stuck in my head like all day. Do 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 do. You just, aim for the very center of the onion there and try to keep it together. So you go around the radius of the onion, making those cuts. And because it's nicely layered, then you just have a minced onion. And you want all your onion to cook at precisely the same rate, but all this onion is going to be cooked like beyond cooked. Now for a couple poblano peppers, pepper or anything like that. And similar deal, we just want similar sized chunks to the onion because we want it to be sort of homogeneous in our mouths. We don't want, one giant chunk of this or one giant chunk of that. And also the goal is sort of bean sized pieces. So fun story, I just found garlic and white onion. And split these. So I want these nice little half moon pieces of each. Add all the veggies. Let them Maillard reaction brownness. Alright, this garlic's kind of tough, or I'm kind of weak. Smash it, smash it. I did it. So, but just a big handful of garlic's what you're going for. This is Macho Man garlic right here. This is what Randy Savage would have. Oh, brother. So, typically I'd put a little bit of tomato paste in there, but I don't seem to have any, so I'm going to go with a little bit of tomato sauce. And then of course just good old standard kidney beans. Here is an important step in cooking anything with canned beans is don't forget to rinse those beans because they are covered in that bean juice. Also, I just tasted a tiny little bit of it and there is a ton of salt in this canned tomato sauce. So, anytime you're using canned stuff, be sure to taste and salt and taste and salt. Don't just go super heavy with the salt or you'll wind up with a very salty dish. You reach sort of like a tipping point where it's like good, and then it just crashes down and it becomes like the saltiest thing you've ever tasted. Even if you've tasted pure salt. I like to sort of just go by sight and sound. I always get down here and like look at the flame and adjust it and listen to it and, sight and sound, and I go by those other senses too that humans use to judge things. So we got a decently warmed up pan here. We're gonna add just a dollop. That's a specific empirical measurement, by the way, a dollop. It's that much. So we're gonna add a dollop of olive oil, even though I know there's plenty of fat. There's plenty of fat in these sausages, but a little olive oil always helps. There you go. Get in there. Get in there. I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna have to switch hands here. So just give it a little bit of a stir to make sure that olive oil coats the sausages just right. And then I'm just gonna leave it alone. Literally, I'm not gonna touch it for like 2-3 minutes. I'm gonna let it get like super charred on one side, and it's gonna be good, very good. All right, it's been just a couple of minutes, and as you can see, it's getting nice and tasty and brown. So I'm gonna give it just a little stir. Sometimes I'm so particular that I will cut the sausages into nice, perfect rounds, and I will lay them out flat and then flip them individually. But that's ridiculous. Don't do that. All right, this is very brown. A lot of brown stuff happening in there, which is good. It's exactly what we wanted. Now we're going to quickly remove these sausages. Now I'm going to add 1 full white onion and a couple of poblano peppers. And I know I said be careful with the amount of salt, because there's a lot of salt in that tomato sauce, but I gotta add a little bit of salt to these guys. Now that the veggies have had a little chance to sweat some, and a little bit of liquid has come in there, you know, it'll just kind of protect the garlic, because we don't want to hurt the garlic. We want to be kind and gentle to the garlic, and it will be kind and gentle to us in return. All right, it's been another 4 or 5 minutes. As you can see, everything's starting to look like fairly cooked. Whoops. We rinsed. Toss those beans right in there. I'm gonna grab the sausage that we seared, that is nice and browned. Oh yeah, look at all that goodness. Give that just one little mix around. Some of our tomato sauce, which, you know, had to come off the benches because we didn't have any tomato paste. I'm only gonna go half a can. So I'm gonna add one more little dollop. Sauvignon Blanc. Keep the heat nice and low, and it's gonna be good to we're just gonna let it ride. Lid 10 minutes. And we have achieved culinary success. Taste your dishes. Like, taste them at various stages. Tastes good, has enough salt. All the fats and acids have had a chance to get to know each other. We have red beans and vegetables and other stuff literally on the back burner. What we need now is rice. Rice. Everybody knows how to make rice. I know how to make rice. You know how to make rice. We're all expert rice makers. That's a pan on heat. These are very specific measurements. That much butter. That's very hot. There it goes. The starch that's on this rice is very vulnerable in its natural state and will do what starch does. But if you fry it, you sort of encapsulate it in perfect little hard shells of starch. Which, long story short, you'll get fluffier rice that doesn't clump together. And you do want to move this around. If you don't move this around, you're going to wind up with some burnt rice. Oh yeah. Woo! That's action right there. More spice. I usually just take those like sifting lids off. I mean, those sifting lids are really for people who are, you know, like afraid of commitment. Taste your dishes. I can also edit out audio and put in like music or something. Here's the rice. It's been about 20 minutes. Happen to have a couple of chopsticks right here. Yeah, oh, look how fluffy. I'm gonna put some rice in here. Rice in there. Maybe I should have made more rice. Did I tell you I've had Thriller stuck in my head all day? Or just do. It's not even like close to Halloween or anything. It's nice and saucy. It's gonna like seep down into the rice. It's gonna be super good. Ladle. Scoopy scoop. Yeah. Scoopy scoop.
I'm good.
Oh wow. Oh,
I don't mind adding a little bit of hot sauce to mine.
Alright, that's
Not much hot sauce on it.
people crying on YouTube is probably what?
Hot Cheetos.
That's gonna be the thumbnail right there.
Plus red beans and rice.
Oh my god. This lady.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Oh god.
Hot flaming hot Cheetos on top of my red beans and rice. It's
Maybe you should open a restaurant where you make really delicious gourmet things like this red beans and rice, but you put weird stuff on top of it, like flaming hot Cheetos.